TradingSolutions includes over 250 built-in functions and technical indicators. However, there may be times when you want to use your own custom formulas. You may have a new indicator you'd like to try or want to combine several steps into one formula. You can do this by selecting Define Functions from the toolbar. Functions in TradingSolutions are split into groups so you can identify functions by theme. In this case, let's create a new group so we can identify our own functions from those included with the software. So I'm going to press New, and I'm going to use the default name, My Functions, and press OK. And there's our new group. Now let's create our new function. For this example, let's create a simple moving average. While this function is already included in TradingSolutions, the equation provides us with a straightforward example of how formula entry works. So I'm going to press New and call it My Moving Average, or My MA for short. For this formula, we want to divide the sum of the recent values by the number of values being included. That's an average. TradingSolutions formulas are entered from the outside in. So the first thing we want to do is put a divide function into our equation. We can do that by selecting Basic Math Functions and put divide and say Insert into Formula. Now we need to insert a sum of the recent values. This can be done using the summation function. So let's select to insert another function into our formula. And now if you don't know where the summation function is among all these groups, you can leave it selected to all groups and it will be listed alphabetically here. And there's the summation. Insert. The summation function needs to know what values are being summed together and how many bars to use. That's the data and period inputs there. When we go to use our own moving average function, we'll need to specify these same values as well. Therefore, to get these values, we need to create inputs to our function to be specified at a later time. To add a new input, press Create New Input. This new input will default to having the same characteristics as those required by the function where it's currently being used, the summation function. In this case, this first parameter of the summation function is a data series, and we're going to leave it named data. This period for our moving average can also be specified by the user. Since it will be the same period used by the summation function, we can do the same thing for this parameter. So I'm going to press Create New Input, leave it as period, and here the default is going to be a period of 10. The last value we need to specify is the amount to divide the sum by in order to get a moving average. Like I said earlier, the moving average is the sum of the recent values divided by the number of values being included, which would be the period. So we can simply insert the period here again. I'm going to select it and insert it into the formula. And our formula is now complete. We can leave the remaining values as their defaults and finish our function. Now, since we didn't enter a description for this function, TradingSolutions will offer to display the formula as the description. This is a good idea in case you forget what the function MyMovingAverage does. And there's that description. Now you can use this function the same as you would any other function. You can use it to create new fields by selecting Add New Field, and you can also use it when creating other new functions.